Hi everyone, Emma Talisi here. I hope you're all well this evening. If you're dropping in live, definitely drop me a note below. Love to know who is online tonight. So tonight I wanted to talk to you about we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I think this is really interesting actually. If you look at some successful people in life and to think that they have exactly the same amount of time as we have in a day. So people like Oprah Winfrey or Sir Richard Branson, and to look at the empires that they have created within their lives is absolutely amazing. So I actually wanted to give you some success habits that I am going to share with you tonight, and they're from a book, and the book is called Rich Habits, The Daily Success Habits of Wealthy Individuals. And there's actually 16 success habits within this book, but I'm just going to share 8 of them with you tonight. So here we go. 70% of successful people eat less than 300 junk food calories per day versus 3% of unsuccessful people. 76% of successful people exercise 4 days or more per week versus 23% of unsuccessful people. 67% of successful people write down goals versus 17% of unsuccessful people. 88% of successful people read for 30 minutes or more each day versus 2% of unsuccessful people. This one's really interesting. 6% of successful people speak their mind versus 69% of unsuccessful people. 67% of successful people watch 1 hour or less of TV per day versus 23% of unsuccessful people. And 6% of successful people watch reality TV versus 78% of unsuccessful people. And the last one, 86% of successful people believe in lifelong education and self-improvement versus 5% of unsuccessful people. So I think some of that is actually really interesting, and ultimately it's up to you what you do with your 24 hours in a day. But I think the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people has to be the vision of where you want to be in the future. And successful people have a vision of where they want to be and ultimately the goals they want to achieve. And so what they do is they look at these success habits and they look at them and say, this is short-term sacrifice for long-term gain, because they can see where they want to be in the future. And that's all it is. It's just looking at the hours that you have in a day and deciding what you want to do with them. So as I said, it's totally up to you what you do with your 24 hours in a day. I absolutely know what I'm going to be doing with my 24 hours in the day. If you've enjoyed this video, then drop below and tell me what success habits you're going to be incorporating into your life right now. If you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you've got value from it, share it with your friends, and I will absolutely speak to you all very soon. Take care.